Hi guys, just Cindy here, and I've been filming all evening, but I'm so happy to do it. This video is going to be just about me. I'm not going to say it's 10 things or 15 or 20 like other people do, which is, it's cute, that's fine, but I talk too much. Or sometimes I don't talk enough, so I'm not going to set a number. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about me. And as we get to know each other better, I'll share more because I have quite a history. So hang tight, hit that subscribe button, and we'll be right back. I'm born and bred Texan. I was born in Uvalde at, I believe it's called Memorial Hospital. And I always make a joke to people that Matthew McConaughey and I shared one of those little baby cribs. He's older than I am, so it's possible we shared the same one, just not at the same time. Because that's apparently the hospital he was born at, the same one as me. That's just what I've heard. I haven't done in my research. Let me have my dream, okay? Let's see, what else about me? I have 3 kids. I'm not going to say their names because of privacy for them. But my 2 girls are both grown, and I have a son who is 17. He'll be 18 in May. He's a senior. So, yes, I'm a mom. I think I already said I'm 44. I'll be 45 in July. So I'm a bit older to be doing YouTube, I guess, but I love it and I love makeup. I have always been, in my family, I was labeled the girly girl, always, because my mom wears no makeup. The closest thing she wears to makeup is Carmex, the one in the little vial. So that's it. My mom had me at 17. My mom, in 1979, lost custody of us. My mom had moved on to boyfriends, and that's a lot of why she lost us. She was doing things that mom shouldn't do, and I told, not knowing that it was even a bad thing, because I was 5. I was 5. No, I was 4 because the battle went on forever. And I didn't even really know my dad. For visitation, we went with our grandparents, my paternal grandparents. And when I would see him, he, to me, I didn't know, no one ever explained to me, this is your father. And my mom has been married 6 times. So there's a little fun fact you may see for a quiz or something. And she was on husband number 2, who I actually liked. His name was Gary. Of all 6 of them, including my dad, he's the only one I liked. And my sister and I started calling him Daddy. And they started trying to explain to us. And we were like 3, 2, or 4 and 3, something like that. And try to explain that to children that age who aren't exposed to the person who is their father. It's like impossible. We were exposed to Gary every day. He was a carpenter and he built his beds. He loved us. And he didn't love himself. That was his downfall. That would have been my mom's true love if he would have let her love him. And if he would have loved himself enough. I totally believe that. Because he really had a good heart. I remember him, even though I was very young, I remember him very clearly. And he was never, ever mean. Never raised hand, never yelled, nothing like that. So, and my mom was, so on, like, there wasn't time out in our day. There was a threat of a spanking, and all you had to do with me and my sister was threaten us. And you didn't even usually have to get to that. So, you know, we were well behaved. So when we moved with our father, it was traumatizing because you may not have really done anything wrong. He would say, you know, do you want me to put bimbo across your butt? But that's not the word he used. And that's back in, remember Urban Cowboy? It's actually on right now, by the way. Urban Cowboy, I don't know if you've seen belts like this. If you're from Texas, you have, or probably from the South, but people have their name engraved on the back of their belts. I don't see it so much. It's not such a fashion statement anymore, but back in 79, 80, it was like a cool hip thing. My dad was a championship calf flipper for, like, I don't know, in 1967 or something like that. So he had the big belt buckle, but he's a little guy. He's like 5'6". He's just slightly taller than me. So he would threaten to put his name basically across our rear ends. Me, I retreated. That's that part of my personality came out then. I don't have a relationship with my father. I have not since I was like 13. I went to live with him, and right on my 13th birthday, I left and came back and lived with my mom. My sister was 14 months younger than me. Her name was Siobhan, and I loved her so much. We were like twins. We had our own language. A lot of people who know me will already know a lot of this stuff. She passed away 3 years ago, a few days ago. It was the 3rd anniversary. Please don't feel sorry for me, or, you know, for her. I know she's better off where she's at. That's all I do know. And I hope I get to see her again, because she was beautiful, beautiful person, beautiful spirit, just beautiful in every way. Here's where my life went boom, even more. I mean, I had a lot of booms, trust me. You know, I guess I'd say my first one was, you know, being ripped away from, it was a lot my grandmother, because we spent a lot of time with her, and being ripped away from just my mother's family in general was traumatic, as you can imagine. I got pregnant at 15. I will just say this, me too. And we can talk about that more once I get to know you guys more. So being 15, pregnant, I went to a wealthy school. I'm not wealthy. I'm not from a wealthy family. The apartment we happen to live in just fell within the district. I was in honors classes, and I dropped down. Being pregnant, I was tired, lazy, and pretty much I kind of knew what I was in for. Not totally. I thought I kind of knew what I was in for, at least pregnancy-wise. You know, I'd seen my mom pregnant and tired and stuff like that. So anyways, I dropped down to regular classes and stuff, but at first my counselor, who I was very close to, she helped me through a lot of problems when I was a freshman. So she was very familiar with me, and then I came back after summer break. It's beginning of my sophomore year. A few weeks into school, found out I was pregnant, went to her, amongst other people, but I told her, she may have been one of the first people I told. And yeah, she wanted me to move to another high school because they had a daycare there. And that's not the bad part. She felt that me being a smart white girl, okay, it would be infectious. I told her that that was completely offensive to me, and I was not going. I was sassy, I still am. And I didn't go to this other high school. I stayed, and you know, I did not cause any epidemic, just so you know. So I just felt it very hypocritical because I was judged. I mean, I was poor, so I was already judged at a wealthy school. and then add a pregnancy on top of it. Oh my goodness. And for all that, this is why, please don't feel sorry for me at all. For all that, it made me stronger. Everything that I've been through, and trust me, that's not even half of it, but it has made me a much stronger person. You have to throw a lot at me before I even get close to breaking. And I mean, we all have our breaking points. Like the day I got the phone call, my sister had passed. Of course, I broke down, but it didn't break me ultimately. It did break me for a little while, but I've always, when I fall down, I get back up. It might be immediately, might be a day or two, might be 3 months, might be a year. I have lots more to tell you guys, but basically, I went on at 17. I moved with my uncle who lived in West Texas, and skipped my senior year and started college at a place called Sul Ross State. Went there for a year and had a rough time there too. Came back to San Antonio and was 17, not quite 18, started running an apartment with me and my sister, the one who passed, Siobhan. I called her Vonnie, so let's, for the sake of it, Vonnie. Vonnie and I rented an apartment together, and it didn't work out. We loved each other, but living together was just not for us. Never was. And I moved into my own apartment. It got robbed on Valentine's Day, of all things. I was a waitress. I know they were watching me. They were actually almost positive, the maintenance people, because I got out of that lease. I can be pretty pushy when I want to be. Even at that age, I was 18 or 19 years old, but I mean, I was paying my own bills. I was doing my own thing. I mean, and I had a kid to raise and to protect. So it was important to me to get the heck out of there. I was not staying there after I was robbed. They took a TV and a microwave. That's basically all I had. But it's like, the funny thing was, where I kept my cash normally, that drawer was like ripped out, and it's like they were, it's like they were upset that they didn't find the cash. It was Valentine's Day. That was a dumb day to do it, because they probably thought I had a boyfriend who paid for everything. It was the other way around. Yes, I paid for everything for my husband. I had no cash there that day. So they did not get lucky with the cash, but they took my TV, which was, you know, nowadays you couldn't give that TV away, and the microwave too was humongous. I had one butcher knife, and they left it on the counter. So it's like, if I had come home by myself, who knows what would have happened. Me and my boyfriend, and now husband, Gibby, were out for dinner, and I'd forgotten something. I don't know what it was, but we ran back to my apartment, and I just flipped. I would not stay there. I stayed with my grandmother to our first apartment, Gibby and I. Come to find out, he just moved in with me because he wanted to protect us, which is really sweet, but still. And he moved in, and I was super like excited, giddy in love. That was so long ago. That was like 1991, 92. And then we got married in 93. It was a journey to where I am now. At a certain point, I had a friend, and I believe that some people are meant to be in your life forever. Some people are just passing through, and they're for a reason. And this person, he was in our lives for 20 years, but he no longer is, and he's alive and well as far as I know. But I think maybe he was just there to help. And I was waitressing after I had my son. I did not want him in daycare, and he talked me into going to work in the field that I work now. And some of you guys know what I do, and I'll reveal more of that later. But basically, I went on, got my education, that sort of thing. And, you know, I have a full-time job. And I have, you know, like I said, I had 3 kids. My girls, I broke the cycle, guys. I broke the cycle. I was bent on, there was no doubt in my mind I was going to break the teenage pregnancy cycle in my family. My girls actually tell me all the time, like, oh my gosh, like my daughter, my oldest daughter is she's 28. By 28, I had all my children. And she was like, I cannot believe that at my age, what you were doing. And I'm like, I know, but that's just what I had to do. I didn't want you guys to have to do that. I wanted you to do basically what she's doing. Finding herself, figuring out what she wants to do with her life, exploring, you know, different avenues. I mean, she's a very creative person, and I'm super proud of her. And my other daughter is like me, type A, and you know, she too, I hope, will explore a little bit. We type A's tend to not want to let go, and we get in a routine, and we don't like to change, but change is good. Growth is good, you know, and I know she'll still grow, and she'll still change. It's just a matter of how quickly or how slow. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask me. If you're a young girl or boy going through anything, don't be afraid to ask me or DM me or message me on Instagram. You know, would I prefer you go to your parents? Of course. Or a counselor at school. I mean, that's how it works here, at least. Of course. I would not let any child go without help. So, collective makeup now. I've retired into makeup. And why I love makeup, basically it's my thing. And I love doing YouTube. It's so fun. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've always loved makeup, and I just love playing with it. So that's, you know, I didn't get to buy for myself. I was taking care of 3 kids. And I mean, we still take care of my son, of course, but he's 17 and almost 18. And yeah, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel a little bit. And you're always a mom, but there's been some freeing up of my ability to take care of myself and do for myself things I just didn't used to do. I did some things, but you know, makeup, no. I mean, and then actually ColourPop is what got me really diving into this makeup world. Well, probably BoxyCharm kind of started it, the subscription boxes, and then I heard about ColourPop just by watching YouTube. Go figure. And I wish I remember who I was watching. Sorry, I do not remember who I was watching, but I do remember that she had been sent the color Flipper, which is a really pretty color in the Super Shock Shadows, and I was just like, whoa. So thanks so much for joining me and watching Just Cindy. Now I hope that understands, help you now understand why I called it Just Cindy, because this is just me. Everything that you've, the couple I've put out so far, and the few more videos that I've done, and what I will do, it's all just me. It's all just me being me. So, and doing the best I can. And that's all I've ever done. So, y'all have a great night, and please hit the subscribe button. Need you guys to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Please, if you like any of my videos, please give them a thumbs up or comment. I hated this. I mean, I know in my first video I talked about, you know, no nasty comments, but I mean, like, I can take constructive criticism. Like, Cindy, you know, suggestions, whether they be, you know, constructive criticism type suggestions or something you want me to see me do. Now, I am not going to do anything insane like Kendall Alfred. She's a YouTuber, and you should check out her channel. But nevertheless, check her out. She's done something really cool for us small YouTubers. Anyways, she made a comment the other night that something about the Tide Pod challenge. How should I say this? Basically, beauty gurus, why don't you try putting on your makeup with a Tide Pod? I thought it was pretty funny. You're gonna see me doing any crazy crap like that. That's not me. I want to actually teach you something, even if it's in this format. If you hate this format, if you never want to hear me talk this much again, let me know. It's fine. I won't do it again. It won't hurt my feelings. You just, you know, I prefer you not be totally mean about it, you know, but my feelings aren't going to get hurt. I love y'all. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that thumbs up button. Love you guys.